Hi, my dear students and learners. Good morning. And I am now again standing before you to continue the videos for the course of Engineering Thermodynamics for second year mechanical engineering students. Very happy to meet you again in the videos related to third unit, and of course we have crossed about 9 topics in third unit of steam and its properties, that is pure substances, properties of pure substances. And we have crossed about so many fundamentals and technologies related to the quality of steam, properties of steam, how the various processes is affecting the quality of the steam, and what are all the various processes, what is the difference between very fundamental words like vaporization, boiling, evaporation, latent heat, sensible heat, when steam could be able to produced either from the liquid or from the ice, what are all the various conversions and how to draw those properties in the coordinate. And of course we have crossed a milestone about this production of steam, that is various processes involved in steam production. Right now we are again, I am continuing with the measurement of dryness fraction of steam, by using the calorimeter. In the last video, dryness fraction of steam was measured by using the various equations and the total amount of mass that is in a mixture of liquid and the steam, how we have to calculate how much amount of water vapor present in that mixture was studied in the last video. Okay, so let me continue the fundamentals of steam quality measurement, and then we will continue with calorimeter. Okay, shall we go to slide? Now this is a recall from the last video, that is, if you have the 1 kg of liquid vapor mixture, x kg of mass of water vapor, then the remaining 1 minus x kg of mass of liquid would be presenting, means then dryness fraction is equal to mass of the ratio of mass of the water vapor divided by total mass of the mixture. Okay, so this quality indicates how much amount of mass water vapor present in the mixture. Because why we are again and again talking about water vapor is, water vapor is the only phase which gives the work to is better than hot, liquid and solids. When it is absorbing more and more amount of heat, it would be converted to steam, and its quality would be increasing, so that it would be expanding more, it will deliver more and more amount of work which we can utilize for so many applications. So here again, this is also a revision purpose, states that shows that indicates the various dryness fraction lines in PV, TS and HS coordinate. Okay, of course you are going to use the Moliere chart only, that is this HS chart only for the diagrammatic purpose. Okay, so you can do like now. This is also for revision purpose, which showing the various quality lines, that is dryness fraction quality lines in the HS diagram. And all the diagrams is although it has been shown in all the coordinates, it is very good to use with the HS diagram. Why? Because no, you are going to get the Moliere chart, and by which only you will take the values. Okay, So now here a simple calculation showing how the various properties could be taken out by using the dryness fraction. How we are going to evaluate specific volume, specific entropy, enthalpy and internal energy of the mixture of liquid and water vapor. Okay, so now here again it is showing total mass of the mixture of liquid and water vapor is equal to mass of the fluid, that is in the water phase, plus mass of the gas. Gas means here we are meaning for water vapor. Okay, so total volume is equal to volume of fluid plus volume of this water vapor. Okay, this is fluid means liquid, water phase, gas is water vapor. So if you multiply this mv, that is mass into specific volume, you can get mf vf plus mg vg. So again this mf could be written as mf is equal to m minus mg, and you are replacing. Okay, so and then again what you are doing is you are dividing the terms with the m, so that you can get again the expression for specific volume, which tells that 1 minus x into vf plus x into vg, that is how much amount of dryness fraction into the specific volume of the gas, because x directly it tells the index of water vapor. So x into Vg plus 1 minus x into Vf. Here x has gone to water vapor, right? So remaining remaining dryness fraction only would be applicable for Vf. Okay, so very good easy expression have found out by using the dryness fraction to find out the quality of the mixture. Okay, so same way if you derive it, you can able to get for entropy, enthalpy and internal energy, which tells that 1 minus x into that property of fluid plus x into the dryness fraction into property with respect to water vapor will gives you, the addition will gives you the total property at that particular point. Okay, this S of Sg will be taken depending upon the pressure and the temperature given in the problem, right? So here one more version, one more the same equation could be written in another one more version, like 1 minus x into Vf plus x into Vg, that you bring everything inside, so that you can get Vf plus x into Vg plus x into minus x into Vg. So that x you are taking outside and you are writing, so that you can get V equal to Vf plus x into Vg, and h is equal to hf plus x into hg, s is equal to sf plus x into sfg, and u equal to uf plus x into ufg. Now here, so already I shown you, if you are steam, you are producing the steam, and your steam is inside the vapor dome, consists of water vapor and water, that is liquid phase also, then how you can able to find out the property for that steam is nothing but corresponding to its pressure and temperature, you have to take the properties when it was in fluid condition and it is in vapor condition, and then apply in this formula. Directly you can get the total specific volume or enthalpy, entropy, internal energy of that steam very easily. Okay. So here now we are moving to throttling calorimeter, which is equipment or the device used to measure the quality of the steam. Okay, so why the name is about throttling calorimeter? What is the importance of throttling in measurement of steam's quality? Is nothing but throttling is the process by which pressure reduces with a constant enthalpy. There is no any reduction in the enthalpy, but its pressure increases accommodated by temperature reduction But however, one very good advantage over this throttling process is even pressure reduces, temperature reduces, its dryness fraction, or the steam is moving towards the dry condition when it is passing through the throttling device. Okay, so the throttling process is advantageous in converting a wet steam into either dry steam or to even superheated steam. Throttling process makes the wet steam into dry saturated steam or superheated steam. Okay, so this you have to keep it remember forever, because that's what this name has arrived. Throttling calorimeter. Throttling calorimeter is the calorimeter or the device which used to measure the steam's quality. Why? Because no, throttling makes the steam further dry saturated or superheated steam. Okay, so here you can able to see the steam main source of steam, from where the sampling tubes along with the transverse walls would be there, that will be taken the some of the samples from this main steam point, and then here it is here first state is, you just assume that it is in the wet condition, and after it has been passing through the throttling wall. Okay, but how to that is the restriction through the throttling wall would be that is changed, depends upon the control valve arrangement, which we can do by the control valve. And when it leaves the throttling valve, its pressure would be reduced, temperature would be reduced, there is no any change in enthalpy but however its dryness fraction, or it would have converted either dry saturated or superheated steam, because its initial position was wet steam. Okay, so now here it is measured, and you can able to see in finally you can able to exactly measure the quality. And again here you can get the final pressure of the steam by using the mercury manometer. And again for cooling of the steam which is coming out of this calorimeter will be done by using a condenser. Okay, so these are all the ancillary equipments used for measuring the pressure and to convert again and make utilize of the same thing again and again. This you leave it. Important part it here where the steam is being converted from wet steam to dry saturated or superheated steam. The calorimeter's quality or the quality of the throttling device purely depends upon how it gives the outcome or improved outcome of the steam's quality, and then it is used also for measuring the temperature as well as pressure of the outcoming steam. Okay, so here you can see you are taking the steam at the pressure of P1 here in the wet steam condition. When H1 equal to H2, this throttling process happens, pressure reduces. Here you can able to see pressure reduces, and after it is in the it is the outlet part where you can able to see check the temperature and the corresponding pressure P2 T2. Now the condition is superheated steam. Not only it is dry saturated but superheated steam, that is the throttling process was exactly conducted in a very good manner, in which the wet steam has been converted to dry superheated steam. Okay, so that has been shown in both TS and HS diagrams. Here HS diagram means H, so constant enthalpy 1 to 2, but here it is temperature reduces, so here you can see a slope, okay, downward slope here. Okay, so meet you in next video. Thanks for very patient listening and continuously watch my videos. Happy learning. Now signing off, Dr. Suja.